What's up guys, got another game for you, check this out. This is against MP3 or Shadow Priest Mage Resto Druid. It can be a little bit tricky for RMP due to the massive amounts of CC they can put out. You really want to try and avoid as much CC as you can against this comp, since once you get into it without a breaker you're just going to get a massive chain and they're going to kill your mage since the priest has master spell. So there's a couple of things I'm looking to do on the opener. Firstly, I want to dispel the mage's barrier and the sap so we get a really hard opener on him, get some good damage off. Secondly, I want to try and get a fear on the druid. Now, he has field when he comes out of stealth, so I've got to dispel that as well. And since dispel only removes one buff now, I've got quite a lot of dispelling to do, and I need to kind of hope for good luck to get the things I want off. The main strategy throughout the game is just to go on the mage and dispel as much shit off the rogue as I possibly can while keeping my team alive and avoiding CC. Any extra CC that I can get on the priest when the druid gets CC'd to stop master spells is also great. So I start with some dispels on the mage, don't get barrier, so I decide to swap to the druid, try and get field off. Don't get it and he gets deep, so I swap back to the mage, dispel him a bit more, hit barrier, back to the druid, dispel the field, get a fear on him. Unfortunately it gets master spell, so I pop PI and get a mind control on the druid behind the pillar. He happens to trinket just in time for me to MD the ice block. You'll notice that even though it's rough, I'm doing my best to stay near any pillars where I can. This basically lets me have a better chance of losing any follow-up CC. Unfortunately the pillar goes down here as I get deep freezed. I managed to get a shield off afterwards, but I'm a little bit too slow to pop in a focus and I get silenced. Now I'm not sure if the mage has CS here, so I pop in a focus and manage to get my mage back up. Now I get feared by the priest here, but I'm undead, so that's okay. I will let him fear him back to try and force a cooldown from him too. That way later on, when we get CC on the druid and I'm fearing the priest to stop master spell, he won't have a breaker. Now not too much happens for a bit now, we're just sparring, neither team getting much CC out. I'm just going to skip forward a little bit to the more interesting stuff. Now here I'm in deep freeze in a pretty bad spot, and the priest makes it obvious he wants to fear by coming close. Luckily for me, silences, which is great because I didn't have a will up, so I move away a bit to give myself a chance to field his fear. Now I'm safe from fear now for another 30 odd seconds, so it gives us a good chance to go offensive. I make the mistake of using in a focus as I'm getting cycling, which isn't too good. Now we're starting to get pressure on the mage, so I just need to be looking to dispel my rogue as much as possible so he can maintain the pressure. I get disarm interfered here, so I just use my trinket. Start casting a penance, but the mage is pulling me, so I managed to lose that. Wasn't too great a time to dispel VT here, since we're pressuring hard and I could have MD'd this block a bit quicker. I had to get deep polyed, but my rogue manages to get a kick on it, which is massive. Mage misses a CS, which also lets me heal since I've just got silenced, which is ideal for me. I get feared again, but Will's back up luckily enough, and we managed to score a kill. The main principle behind this vid was that even on the worst map, Ring of Valor, you can still avoid CC. I got feared 3 times by the priest this game, and I managed to get out of all of them. The mage wasn't able to get any polys on me due to good communication between myself and the rogue, and I was able to keep my mage alive with relative ease. This is also a lot due to the pressure, which comes down to dispelling the rogue and the mage. If you don't get good pressure, then you're going to get a lot more CC and you're going to fall behind, and you're going to find that you'll make more mistakes and that the mage is a lot harder to keep up. As a final note, don't forget to subscribe guys and support Hydra Mist as much as you can. We've got some great stuff coming up in the next few weeks.